Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and I kind of just wanted to make a quick video showing all the stuff that I've been working on for the Etsy so far, since I've done a lot of stuff, and I do plan on releasing a new batch of figures, not the Monday coming up, but the Monday after that, so, yeah. And, yeah, just kind of want to show what I'm working on. First, I want to show off the things that I have, well, I'm currently working on or mostly done with for figures that are going to be releasing in the batch that's going to be coming up. And then I'll just show off all the other stuff and just kind of give some information on them. So, first, I want to start off with the Omnidens figure. I finished it, and, yeah, I think it actually came out pretty nice. Of course, on top, but I also casted a bottom piece, so it does stand. And, yeah, do I have... Oh, I actually do have a Jurassic World human figure. So, yeah, this is it kind of compared to a Jurassic human figure somewhat. So, yeah. And, yeah, I originally was not going to make this bottom piece, which is a separately casted piece that I actually attached to the bottom. But I was originally not going to do that, but I decided to do that kind of, like, last second. And, yeah, I'm glad that I did. I think it just makes the figure a little bit better. It's also going to be coming with a little trilobite, just because, I don't know, just thought it would be fun to include a little trilobite for something for the animal to hunt. But, yeah. That's the Omnidens figure. Pretty simple. And as of now, the largest casted figure that I've released on the Etsy. That's not going to last long. I'm going to let you guys know now. I have, like, several more casted figures that are going to be bigger than this guy. So, yeah. Anyways. Next, we have this random 2-pack of Prehistoric amphibians. Can't remember what either of these guys are called, but this guy, I know this is actually one of the ones on the creature vote. It's kind of that snake-like guy. And it technically lost the creature vote, but I thought, hey, why not? Might as well make a figure of it. Still thinking it could be fun. So, yeah. There's that. And then there's also this guy. I can't remember what it's called either, but someone literally randomly commented on a video telling me to make this creature. They were just like, make a, insert whatever this creature's name is. And I was just like, why the heck not? So I did, and I decided, hey, I can kind of release these guys in a 2-pack, like a 2-pack for amphibians. Pretty obscure species, but yeah. Now we move on to the big figure of this batch, and probably the one that I am definitely really excited to see what it's going to look like when it's finished. The Estimugus. Well, let me just bring in one of these heads. I think these guys are just coming out so well. I think the head sculpt looks pretty good. Jaw articulation also looking really nice. Has the very sharp teeth. The tongue looks pretty good. I just think that these Estimugus figures are definitely coming out really nice. Of course, I've made several of them, because of course I make several for the Etsy. So only 2 of these guys will be coming to the Etsy. I'm making 3. One of them I will be keeping, but yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah. Honestly, I think these guys are kind of fun. Like, you can kind of have them like lock antlers almost, I guess. Like, if they're fighting. Definitely really fun. I just really like how these are coming out so far. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites. I have a lot more of the, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm making like 5 different giant synapsids. Well, pretty large synapsids. They're Estimugus, Kadia Rinkas, and Antiosaurus, Inostransevia, and Tyrannosaurus. All of those are guys I'm making those guys within the next 3 months. 3 of those I have planned to release this month. This is being one of them, and then 2 of the other ones we'll be releasing. Tyrannosaurus is planned for December, and Kadia Rinkas is planned for November. So, yeah, that's kind of how the release of those are planned. But yeah, I'm just still really happy with how the Estimugus came out. Literally just to kind of wrap these guys up recently. I just kind of finished these. But, yeah. Now let's move on to some other stuff. Where do I even start? Okay, let's start with some of the casted stuff. This I actually finished a while ago. It's the Saurolosaurus. And, yeah, this is the flying kind of position one. And this is the landed one. I'm not releasing the landed one. You can't really see the animation. I mean, not the articulation. The detailing on this figure too well, but, yeah. I just don't like how this one came out. It looks bad, so I'm not releasing this one. I was originally supposed to, I was going to release them together, one as, like, landed one and flying, but decided I'm not doing the landed one. I'm just going to be releasing the flying one, which I think came out really nicely. Anyways. Next, I'm going to skip over a few of these since they're not really needed, but we'll go with this guy, Tactolic, of course. Honestly, the light is just like super bright and it's like you can barely see the detailing on this. But yeah, this is a Tactolic figure. You can't really see the detailing on it. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to release this guy. Maybe I'll release it in this next batch. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be doing 2 or 3 batches. If I end up doing 3 batches this month, then I'll release Tactolic in like the second one. Or it might just be in the November batch. I really don't know when I'm releasing Tactolic. It's kind of a weird one. Next, we have the 2 scorpions. We have Brontoscorpio, which I actually have something I want to show off with Brontoscorpio, but we'll get to that later. And Pomamoscorpios. You may be wondering, is its tail going to be flat like this? And no. I do have something that have planned kind of to fix that up. But yeah, these are the 2 scorpions so far. They're gonna look a little bit different when finished, but yeah. Next, we have Gotus. This guy's actually bigger than Omnidens if I bring it out. Well, I mean, kind of bigger. But yeah, I really like the Gotus figure. This will be releasing in the last batch of October figures, the Halloween batch. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this Gotus is coming out so far. And it's also going to release with a Kepalespis. Kind of like the Omnidens came with the Trilobite. This guy's just going to release with the Kepalespis, since I thought it could be a little fun addition. I'm trying to release like little additions with the more medium figures, just for fun. And Estimugus, I'm still kind of working out the thing that's going to be releasing alongside it, because it's really limited. I kind of want to include another creature that it lived with, but there's really limited in options. But yeah. Next, we have this guy, which if you remember watching Walking with Monsters, this was the amphibian that was with like the Inostrand survey in the pool of water as it was kind of shrinking. This thing really has no figures. This creature has no figures, especially none of the Walking with Monsters one, and I thought that was a shame. So I decided to make a figure of it, and I tried to make it look as close to the Walking with Monsters one as possible. So yeah. Hopefully, you guys like this guy when it comes out. It will be, I'm still deciding, it might release alongside the Antiosaurus, it's going to release with the Antiosaurus, and then I'll probably also do an individual release for that guy. Probably the Antiosaurus one will have a different color scheme, and then the other one will be like the Walking with Monsters one. Then we have Diictodon. This guy's coming out a little bit rough. I'm hoping that it comes out well in the final version and stuff. But yeah, this is going to release alongside the Inostrand salvia. So yeah. These little guys, again, you can't really see the detailing, but if you could, there's actually, I was able to get like a decent amount of detail on these guys, so yeah. Anyways, on to a few other things that I'm kind of actively working on. First thing, a canceled figure, Paleobatrachus. This random frog, if you've seen Dinosaur Training and you've seen that random frog that's in there every now and then, that's what type this is. I just decided to scrap this. I actually casted a bunch of them. They'll release in like I kind of have like an overflow batch of figures. Basically anything that is like, anything that I just kind of didn't come out very well in the cast, or just I have extras up, I just kind of collect them, and then I just sell them in like a big lot at like a reduced price, unpainted. I trim them down just to get like the excess material off of them, but outside of that, they're just like unfinished. And I did do this a while ago, and I'll probably release another batch because I do have quite a few figures that are going to be in that. But yeah, just keep an eye out on the Etsy, because sometimes I don't actually upload things for videos either because the thing sells out before I can put a video up for it, or just sometimes it's things like that where it's just like, hey, I'll just throw it up there extra, and yeah, I just don't do a video on it. But yeah. Next we have everyone's favorite fish, Sacabambaspis. And yeah, this little figure, I don't know when I'm releasing it though, maybe November. So yeah. Then we have a few other things, which if I can get them. So this is actually a life-size Hibertops. You can't really see it. That's the actual part I haven't trimmed all this off of. And I'm trying out some new articulation, and I kind of want to make it articulated, so it can be like a life-size Hibertops figure that's articulated. I also made a Pikaia, which you can barely see, but yeah, it is on there. I would also have to trim this one down some. But yeah, those are some other ones I kind of want to do. But yeah, those are all of those right here. But I do have quite a few other things that are in the works. Let me go grab them. Okay, to start off, here are the sculpts for the Hibertops. I posted an image of this guy actually on my community tab. It's a bit oversized, like if I get a human figure compared to it, definitely a bit oversized. Here's next to like the Omnidens. So yeah, this is it. But I did, since it was oversized, I did decide to make another sculpt of it. That's a bit smaller. Though I don't like this one as much as this one. Comment down below if I should go with the smaller sculpt or if I should just stick with the bigger one. I really don't know. They don't look too different in size. Like, okay, on camera they actually do look quite a bit different size. But in person they don't look too much of a difference in size, but there is definitely one. And it makes quite a bit of a difference, at least in my opinion. So yeah. Don't really know yet. Next, we have a few other things sculpted. If I just bring them up. There's just kind of like a little tray I have them in. And first thing, can't remember exactly what type of Casosaur this is, but this is going to be releasing, I believe, alongside the Tyrannosaurus. So yeah, this won't be releasing until December, and yeah, it will just be releasing alongside the Tyrannosaurus as another item, well, another creature to go with it. But yeah. Now we have something that's kind of random, a Glyptodon shell. Because, of course, I want to make a Glyptodon, but I'll probably make the shell casted. I haven't done a giant, like, armadillo in a long time. I think I did Doedicurus a long time ago. It didn't come out as well, but, yeah. I want to make an updated one, and it's going to be Glyptodon this time. I also made a tail as well. So, yeah, the other parts will be made in my usual style, the head and, like, the arms and stuff. But just for these two pieces, I wanted to make them casted so that they can get the extra detail. You can just see all the detailing on the armor, and I really hope that it comes out well when I do like the final actual cast. So let me just take these out. Kind of just speeding through these because I don't want to spend too much time on this video, but yeah. Kind of don't know what I want to show next. Okay, just wanted to show off these. You guys probably already saw my Gigantopterus. Haven't made any updates to this guy. Just kind of want to bring it up again. Has articulated wings, and I'm going to be making more of these. Going to be released in December. But yeah, you probably, if you saw my other kind of Etsy update video, you probably already know that. Next, we have the Brontoscorpio, but it has the tail bent up. And I was testing out some new articulation, and I figured out how to give it somewhat of a bendy tail. And I think that is going to be for the Palmoscorpios and the Brontoscorpio. I'll give them bendy tails. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to do it on Brontoscorpio. I might keep Brontoscorpio without it and just give it on Palmoscorpio. Haven't decided yet, but yeah. Basically, so that the animal has tail articulation, so you can have it more in like a flat position, or you can have it in like the Scorpion S-curve position. It's not fully complete, but I was trying out some new kind of wire to do it. And yeah, that was just kind of as far as I got. Another one I did was just an extra Tactolic. I'm not necessarily releasing Tactolic with bendy wire in it, but I just kind of wanted to do something else to test it on. And Tactolic thought it was like kind of an easy one I could do. You can kind of see the bendy wire work a little bit better on this guy. You can see that it curves up like that. And then, of course, you can just bend it back so that it's flat. So, yeah. You can also kind of see the wire inside of it a little bit. So, yeah. Next, we have, actually, let me show the Antiosaurus. A lot of these, again, I've been showing on my community tab, and Antiosaurus, another one. I did a poll, actually, between this and Estimugus, which one should release first, and you guys voted Estimugus, so that's the one I will be releasing first. I don't know. I want to release Antiosaurus this month, maybe, like, a little bit later on, though there's a chance I may get pushed back to November, or even further, possibly. Depends on how much material I have, but, yeah. Here's the Antiosaurus. I'm not as happy with how this one came out. I don't think it came out horribly, but yeah, I just feel like there's something off about it. Also, it's oversized, and I really don't like that it's oversized. But yeah, Antiosaurus has like the fangs and stuff. I think the lips also work well, but nowhere near as good as on the Estimugus. This one's lips actually work a little bit better. But yeah, that's the Antiosaurus. I also have, you saw I got that for the Antiosauruses. Those are the finished heads I'm going to actually be using. Here's the canceled one. This was my first attempt at doing Antiosaurus, and it came out of absolute garbage, and I scrapped the hit. Literally, not only is the jaw articulation just so garbage on this thing, but yeah, it just looks bad all around. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. Probably just going to keep it as an extra. But I do have these extra heads right here, which were also made to be the same thing, but they don't have all the extra junk on top of them, so I might be able to actually salvage these and use them for something. I don't know what I should use these for. I want you guys to comment down below something reasonable I can use these for. My current ideas are like a Daedon or a Andrewsarchus. I'm leaning towards Andrewsarchus since I already made an Andrewsarchus. I can just make 2 more of them, and they might release December if I do. Again, comment down below if you think I should do that, or maybe do something else like some sort of Intellidont. But yeah, this Antiosaurus head is absolute garbage, and yeah, definitely want to repurpose these for something. Next, actually, before I get to this, I want to mention the creature vote winners. Both of them, the Magyarosaurus and Concavinator, will be releasing in December. I just frankly don't want to have to deal with those guys any sooner. I mean, Concavinator would really fit November, so maybe I'll get around to doing it then. Or maybe they'll release November, I don't know. They'll either release November or December, but they're definitely not coming this month. There's going to be a bit, since those guys are going to take a lot of materials to do. But I'm going to move on to the last thing I have to show off for this video. Yeah, I believe it's the last thing I have. My Kadia Rinkas figure. It's actually also a bit oversized. It's not quite. There's another Caesasaur that starts with the letter A, which is massive. And I don't think it's quite that big. It's not quite the same size as that animal. But at the same time, it's too big for Kadia Rinkas, so it's like in between, I guess. But yeah, you can just let me get the whole thing on frame. Yeah, I've only made one of these. I usually make all the parts at once for, like, you've seen with, like, the Estimugus, I made 3 heads. I usually do that, but this, Kadia Rinkas, it was kind of just to see if it would work out, and, yeah. But something I'm really happy with is most of the body is just going to be stagnant, but I was able to actually pack in a lot of tiny articulation. Here's the next to a Mattel figure just for scale how tiny this thing's head is. And not only was I able to pack in neck articulation, which is really nice, but I was also able to give it jaw articulation. So yeah, this is going to be a nice little articulated Kadia Rinkas figure. It also is going to be releasing with another animal, though again I don't know, I can't remember exactly what it is, what I have kind of scheduled for it. But yeah, you can see this is just a nice little figure. This thing is like a Brawlivore size. Like if you have the Jurassic World Gryphosuchus, it's about the same size as that, except maybe slightly shorter because the snout is not as long. So I'd say maybe like 2 or 3 inches shorter than that. Otherwise, it's like the same size as the Jurassic World Gryphosuchus. But yeah, you can just have like a human figure riding this thing. And yeah, this is planned for a November release because why the heck not? So yeah. Anyways, out of the 3 synapses, I'll bring them up on screen. Which one's your favorite so far? Mine's Estimugus, then Kadia Rinkas, and then Antiosaurus is my least favorite. But what do you guys think? Which one's your favorite? So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.